Oh, hello, curious child of my flight. Well, since you're here, it looks like I've been called upon again to help enlighten the young whelplings on the rich history of our Azure flight. I suppose we'll start with Malagos, who was the aspect of our flight and one of the most ancient creatures on Azeroth. And then there was me. I was his consort, the consort of Malagos, guardian of all arcane magic, and guardian of my heart. I was his confidant and his most valuable treasure. I always wanted to love and support him, even during the War of the Ancients, as Neltharion convinced him and the other aspects to combine their powers to create the Dragon Soul. I had my reservations the entire time, but the last thing I wanted to do was ask him not to help aid his fellow aspects, especially during war, especially during the Legion. My reservations cost me, our flight, dearly, and I shouldn't have hesitated. And it's something that haunts me even now. And then, at the last second, Neltharion betrayed me, betrayed us, betrayed his aspecthood. He was supposed to use all of his strength to protect the very earth that we walk. Instead, he used his power, he used our power, and turned it against us. Time slowed as I watched him turn our power back at us, and my flight eradicated right before my eyes. That was the last thing I saw before I was blinded and hurled into a direction unknown. By wing and claw, I inched my way to Dragonflight in the hopes that my soul will find rest. My body was weak, and it gave out. The life was draining from my eyes, from my body, and the only thing left behind was an empty husk of rage and hatred. Hatred for the Legion. Hatred for Neltharion. Hatred for this world. And hatred for that fool of a being Malagos. I called out to him, and he ignored me. He abandoned me. The only answers I got back was the icy chill in the air. And after a lifetime of living in the frost, the snow, and the north, it was the first time I ever felt cold. I swore revenge on everything I hated as the life left my body. Years later, I couldn't tell you how long, my rage and my hatred festered, and I became a prime vessel for him to astride. A vehicle of rage and death and revenge. I was his, to control, to warp, to desanitize. I did not know rest. He spoke in whispers, whispers that evoked and stroked my rage. I had to watch as he raised my kin in front of me and forced us to defend him as the last bastion. Finally, the would-be Banes of the Fallen King released me, set me free from my torment. Temporarily. As my essence flowed from my body, I felt euphoria. I remembered the jovial times. I remembered the height of our flight. I remembered when I was his treasure. And then I remembered how it was stolen from me. And like an endless cycle, I had to relive the pain, the joy, the hurt, the rage, the revenge, the pain, the joy, the hurt. My essence was encased and I was restrained like a child having a tantrum. And suddenly, a mysterious mortal appeared to me and I was made whole again. Made to see the object of my rage and hatred. Made to see Malygos. The last time I had seen him, he had betrayed me, ignored me, abandoned me. And now we stand side by side. The adventurers intervened and subdued me. They subdued Malygos as well. Apparently he had his toils with the mortal realm as well. More on that later. We were both docile again. able to think, able to break free from our cycle of rage and hatred. I was able to remember again, and so was he. I was weakened by his next words, and I'm sure he was just as equally weakened by my eyes.
Malagos? Is it truly you?
My treasure. What happened?
My treasure. I remember those words. Immediately I was at ease. We were in love again. With our last few minutes, our essence still on Azeroth, we were able to give our blessing to Kalecgos. Your aspect, he's been doing a really good job leading the flight. Malagos did apologize for giving him a burden, but he was forgiven, and we were able to enjoy ourselves as we whisked off into the distance, catching up on all the missed years. And that's my story, mighty little dragon. Go and be well. And hey, child of my flight, you mind your aspect. To your nose, he's doing the best he can, and that's all we can do. That is the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the epic retelling of Sindragosa's story in her own words. Sindragosa's story is a story of sorrow, plight, and happiness. Everything that we experience in life. And I had to take a couple of tries making this video because there are a couple times where I actually just cried, bawled my eyes out trying to make this video because Sindragosa's story, you know, obviously I'm not an actual dragon and I haven't been hurled across the frozen north, but something in me just feels exactly how she feels and I can relate in some way. That's why I decided to do this video. So if you did like it, make sure you hit like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below if I missed anything. I hope I didn't. I love Sindragosa's lore, and I think I did study this lore pretty extensively. I've been trying to get into lore a little bit myself because I really do love lore. I do love WoW lore, excuse me. But, and I hope if you made it this far in the video, maybe you love lore too. And maybe you love the way I tell it. If you do, again, make sure you hit like and subscribe. And make sure you watch out for my next videos, my next couple videos coming up soon. Bedtime stories. I get to put you to bed with some World of Warcraft lore with my new book that I just got from Amazon. It's called Folk and Fairy Tales. It has some really cool art in it, and most of all, a lot of pages that I get to read you. A lot of people talk about how this channel, they put on my videos to help them go to sleep at night, so I decided that I'll get some cute little folk tales and combine my love for folk tales, World of Warcraft, and soothing you all together in one video. So we'll be definitely segmenting every story, and again, make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss these videos when I get to read it out to you. Yeah? Alright, I'll see you in the next video. Your Mistress Minty. Bye.